Flippin' heck. What? Hey everyone, welcome to That Pedal Show. Dan here.
Michael here, hello.
Michael, hello. I like it.
Michael today. Fuzzes.
Fuzzes.
Before that, please subscribe, hit the button. It doesn't cost anything. It helps our number go up, which really helps more people discover That Pedal Show, for which we're very grateful. And please go to thatpedalshowstore.com to buy merch to help us support this crazy endeavour.
Indeed.
Keep the lights on. Right. 10 fuzzes.
Yes.
Some new things.
Yeah.
Some old things.
Yes.
And just a rip-roaring rumpus.
Very good.
A fidgeting fabernacle through the forest of fuzz.
They've been fantastic.
So we'll keep the info to a minimum. If you want to find out specs and stuff, call them up online. We'll put links below to each of the pedals. But we thought we'd do a little listen to some cool fuzzes.
Yeah.
Before we get going,
I wonder what the settings are.
amps today, Josh Scott JHS modded Sovtech MiG50.
Thank you, Josh.
And a new Electro Harmonix MiG50, brand spanking new, going into identical Marshall 2x12 cabs. Shall we start?
Let's begin.
Where do you want to start, Dan?
Well, let's start with the Cornish, because this is, I'm sure everyone's going, it's a peak Cornish pedal. Whoa!
Said we weren't going to talk too much. Everyone I talk to, people I've spoken to recently, call him Pete Corniche.
Peak Cornish. Yeah.
Not Cornish.
It's peak Cornish, but I've heard him, I don't know.
Corniche sounds more boutique.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. This one belongs to John
Pitois
Cordy.
Cornish.
This one belongs to John Cordy, as you can see. Lovely John, who lent it to us ages
What
ago.
a flippin' guitar player.
Yeah. He was going to come in to join us for this show, but we stamped on his hands and sent him away.
You're too good,
Didn't
sunshine.
do that. It's a joke.
Get out.
He's too good for us. Okay, let's do it then. Famously, I'm not going to say any more about it. John Mayer used it on Crossroads.
Oh, cool. Go on then.
Okay. Okay. These strings are deader than the arse of a dead thing. Okay. That's what I'm trying to get to, the point where it gates.
Okay. I can't compete with you on a Strat with fuzz with a Telecaster. I don't like it.
The question we've got about all these pedals is, what is the nature of the fuzz and how much does it clean up?
Okay.
Does it clean up? No. Nature of the fuzz, lovely, spitty, amazing.
It's pretty amazing.
Full and fat and full on.
Yeah.
Let's hear it with that before we move on.
Okay.
If we knew what the controls did, some better sounds might be forthcoming, but that worked.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, it's great.
Okay, Okko Holy Grit.
Holy grit, Batman.
Pedal from 2022. Clarity and dynamics of a good overdrive, texture of a fuzz. Quick stop there. The difference in the SG and the Les Paul Junior and the Strat is absolutely mad.
Yeah.
Listen to Dan, just play a chord.
Okay.
So this pedal's obviously incredibly sensitive to what it's seeing.
Yeah.
We did swap the cables around just to make sure we haven't got some sort of cabling error. Anyway, onwards. Apologies for the horrible tuning.
That's really lovely.
Cleans up, really
Yeah.
great. Absolutely mad amounts of volume off that volume control, and the three position switch in the middle is a bias switch, so high headroom,
Okay.
squashy, all
Yep.
the magic in between
Yep.
setting. Yeah, really like that.
Really good. Really good.
Does fulfill that, rather than being an out-and-out fuzz pedal, does indeed sound somewhere between a preamp and overdrive and a fuzz.
Yeah.
Killer.
Yeah, really good.
All right. I want to say big thanks to Mark Kember, who lent us the Rickenbacker. When he came in, he also said, hey, guess what? I've got an original green Russian Big Muff.
'Tis the stuff of legend.
So say. don't think we need to hear that with any more guitars. Flipping heck. That's the best one of those sounding one of those I've ever heard.
Why? That's
The tone control is mad.
yeah.
Puts it right in the right place. No cleanup.
No. It's just so it's flippin' Ben Hur huge.
Yeah. All right. Next, Reeves Electro Darlington Flyer. This is Izzy Reeves's first fuzz. There are some more on the way, but this is Izzy's first one in the Daughterboard series. I don't think we've had it on the show before. Marcus and Izzy came on and did a VCQ with us many moons back, and we put this on and we quite liked it. 2 switches to change the sound. Look up on the website if you want to know what they do. We'll just switch them and you can hear it. Good. All right.
Groovy.
Bassy, less bassy on the switch on that side, and spitty,
Sort of biasy thing.
much more gated-y,
Yeah.
and then full and open. Like it. Cleaned up with the level boosted all the way up there, or the main knob boosted all the way up. Cleaned up pretty decent on the Strat too. Personally, that's something I always look for in a fuzz, but depending on
Really suited the Strat.
Yeah, design of the
the
fuzz
Strat.
doesn't always, depending on the design of the fuzz, they do or they don't clean up. That one seems to. Renegade, this from CopperSound Pedals. We've got a bunch of CopperSound stuff, but haven't really included enough of it on the show. Multi-bias fuzz. We've got it at 18 volts because it says run it at 18 volts. Yeah, let's see. Might try some different guitars, but...
I can't compete with the Strat with fuzz.
Shall I change?
No. You keep going with that because I'm going to try. I'm going to try a few different things.
I think there's some humbuckers that will work really well in there somewhere.
Let's have a look.
The SG will be awesome.
You mean my SG this for sale?
Yeah, Dan's SG is for sale. Holy mama. That's bonkers.
It is bonkers.
I might prefer it at 9 volts, you know.
Do you want to try 9?
Well, yeah, you have a go and then see what you think.
Okay.
It's freaking loud.
I dig it.
Yeah.
Fellas!
That's hard call on the 9 or 18. I think it might depend significantly on what amp you're going into.
Yeah.
So if you've got an amp that's overdriving a bit more, I think the 18 volt would work really well
Sure.
to give you headroom. Into a cleaner amp, it kind of caves in a bit more on the 9 volt setting as you'd expect.
Yeah, right.
And there's something chewier and not quite so, well, it's more like a studded glove in the forehead rather than an ice pick in the forehead. In all the best possible ways, I might add.
In the best possible ways.
Okay, yeah, nice.
Very
Nice.
good.
Okay, Tacit Blue from Thorpy came out tail end of 2023. Thorpy did the Have Blue and the Tacit Blue.
Mm-hmm.
One's a fuzz, one's a kind of like a germanium treble boost type thing, isn't it, I think?
Yep.
These have got transformers in them.
Oh.
It's quite interesting. So I believe this one's based on a classic fuzz face style fuzz. We have a couple of extra controls.
Okay.
Let's see what they do.
Favorite so far. I think that is extraordinary. There's what I find with fuzz is because fuzz is so squashed and it can be difficult to find something dynamic. But that thing, there's mids and everything, and it's really beautiful.
Yeah, I'm trying to work out what the two controls do. Should have read the.
Just love and more love.
Should have read
all the love.
Read the instruction manual. Really, bias should be fairly straightforward. Have a play a minute. I just want to see where it's spitty to the left or to the right.
Having that.
Love it. So the smooth control takes out some bottom end.
Okay.
Bias is presumably more voltage around to the right and less to the left. Gets considerably quiet around to the left. So you need to balance that with the volume control, and then it gets bitier and bitier and bitier and more aggressive the more we come around on the bias control. They're really great, actually.
Just
really great.
Love it.
Cleans
with
up.
both with single coils and humbuckers.
Yeah.
Man, that's awesome.
The issue with the fuzz face type often is the bass can be too much if you want to play low notes. Up here, it's really great all day long. But sometimes if you want to play notes, it's thing, and maybe you want a little more definition. That smooth control seems to enable that in a very nice way.
Beautiful. Well done, Thorpy.
Nice one.
Killer.
Focus Fuzz, Great Eastern Effects. This is our good friend David Reeves. We heard this on Jack Griffith's board and liked it.
Which did sound spectacular.
It's a fuzz face type, in this case with silicon transistors, as it says on the top there. I think the focus is like a mid-range thing, isn't it?
I don't know.
Love me, Daniel.
Love me tender.
Just had to consult the manual there. So the focus is supposed to increase bite, aggression, and harmonics, but works very much in cahoots with the fuzz.
Okay.
knob. So if you find, for example, you run a low level of fuzz, let's see.
Yeah, man.
So it can bite a bit harder or a bit softer. Not the cleanup I'd expect of a
silicon fuzz.
let's say a traditional fuzz face type.
Right.
But yeah, cool. I think that focus control is going to make all the difference in when you set it up with the rest of your rig.
Yeah. And depending on guitars and stuff.
How clean the amp
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
just getting it to bite a bit harder or a bit less.
Depending on the transistors, stuff in the amplifier.
Yeah.
It sounds wonderful.
It's so hard with fuzzes, isn't it? I mean, as you've discovered so far, they all sound broadly the same if you're not into fuzz, and yet they all sound so radically different if you are.
Cool.
All right, Octaurus.
Octaurus.
This is the only Octafuzz we've got in today. Jam, it's new. I think it's some really proper special parts, and there aren't that many of them.
Okay.
It's their custom shop series, so it's got the zip on the back. And they've done their own take on the classic Octavia, basically. So
Right.
read the Jam pedals site for the full rundown. Charlie,
Chaplin.
yeah, no, Charlie, and I forget his surname, Allen.
Christian Allen.
Charlie Allen did the official demo. Actually, used my gold strap for it.
Ah, okay.
And
Please.
let's see how Dan gets on with an Octa.
That is outrageous. £1 fish. Very, very good. That is extraordinary.
Ah, get in. Not entirely sure what the switches do. I think that was more mid-focus, this slightly less.
Oh my goodness.
He was a fan of that, wasn't he?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sorry, getting silly now. Nice one, Jam, as
Magic.
always.
Yeah, magic.
Ross, Fuzz, I don't know what's interesting about this. Does it have a switch?
They were on a breakup, as in Fuzz. Anyway, yeah, there is a switch. There you go, on the side.
What does it do?
Vintage versus Josh's Modern.
And what are we in?
Josh's Modern.
I wonder what this will sound like. More fuzz.
I like that.
I want to see if it cleans up. I would say if you're minded as the kind of person who doesn't really like fuzz, this might be a nice place to start.
Because it's like a cross between distortion and fuzz.
Feels,
Yeah.
What's really interesting about that, what happens on a good fuzz face when you turn if the fuzz face is essentially pinned or thereabouts, when you turn the guitar down, you do get this very high-end accentuation, almost like a buffer.
Yeah.
That's doing it, but with much more gain.
Yeah, right.
So it keeps the nice glassy edge on everything in that second mode. Well, I don't know if that was modern or vintage, but whichever the bassier mode is, it was doing it in a really nice way. So for those of you who find fuzz kind of too crazy, maybe too much flabby bottom end,
or too much personality and harmonics and octaves and overtones and all that stuff.
and every time you play a note down here, it's lost into an indistinguishable mess.
Mm-hmm.
That definitely feels a little bit closer to a nice distortion pedal.
Yeah.
'Cause, fuzz is just like loads more distortion, right? Yeah.
I'd like it. I dig it.
I dig it.
Yep.
I dig it the most.
Fellas!
Cunningham amplifiers. Now we've got a few from these guys, and we haven't featured any yet. Maybe I put one of these on the pedal board for an experience day. That's their Russian green muff,
Oh.
aged as you can see,
Okay.
and that
This killer.
I really liked it.
Okay.
So I thought we'd listen to the other one today. This is, and I appreciate you might not have heard this one. Let me find my bit of paper. From Auckland, New Zealand,
Oh, lovely.
which I didn't know. I assumed American as
New
we
Zealand?
would.
Where they have 6 pieces of fish and 7 chops.
I knew he was going to make that gag. I could have gone to Ladbrokes. That was for you, Monica Glassie, if you're watching.
I have, yes. Have you been in New Zealand?
No.
Okay. Neither have I.
I'd quite like to.
I have many New Zealand friends.
Yeah.
And they're lovely.
Yeah.
Really lovely.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings. That's all I'm saying.
Muck.
Muck?
Because if fish is fush, then Mick must be muck.
G'day, Mick, Muck.
Did they
G'day,
say
Muck.
good day?
G'day, Muck.
Oh god, it's been a long day. Right, let's get on with it. Cunningham amplifiers. Now, this is I picked it because there aren't that many Mark 1 tone bender Mark 1s around. And this is one when the switch is over to the right, and then Zonk machine on the left. So, I mean, this is like
I have
all the toys.
I have a suspicion. I don't know if it's how that suspicion's going to play out, but I want to. There's something I need to try.
Yeah. Zonk mode is brighter with more cut. Mark 1 is beefier, more mids.
Okay.
We've always said, Dan and I have always said, if you're really looking for a great fuzz for humbuckers, a Mark 1 is the thing to find. So we shall put that to the test.
Okay.
Zonks we like. Some have a bit of octave in, some don't. Very, very variable. Variable.
Mm-hmm. The output impedance on the originals is very high.
Yeah.
And so when you put anything after it, it gets brighter. And I was wondering if that was going to do that, and it does do it.
That isn't unusual for a fuzz pedal. I just realised I've got something stuck in my beard, like a piece of food from lunchtime. I hope it wasn't visible to this point.
Whole chicken wing.
I was trying to think what it was. If anyone remembers Road Dahl's The Twits, that will, it's the twit.
But if you grab, let's just like the Ross, for example. So
super gated as well, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's very. So I was doing a board for Adrian Utley a couple of years ago from Portishead, and he had a Mark 1 on his board, and so I did a new rig for him. And he goes, "Oh, the Mark 1's changed. The sound of it's changed," and I realised that he had the tuner, like a Boss tuner, at the end of his thing, and I'm like, let's just stuck a buffer there. I came back. So with a lot of these original design, vintage style things, impedances is a thing.
Check your output impedance. If it's kind of high, then that's going to be a case, isn't it? The minute you put something buffered afterwards.
But I like it. I like it with the...
We did go through that years ago when I was trying to solve the Dan Drive secret machine issue.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
it's so gaty.
Yeah, it is. But I like with the Psychic on, I really dig it. out of town.
That's absolutely killer.
On the bus, out of town.
If you want the gate, I don't know how variable that gate is depending on where the two controls are, or if there's anything internal. I don't suspect there is. Yeah, man, if you want to work with that gate, which is such a cool sound. It takes a minute just to find the place where the gate's going to open and close in a place that doesn't sound too kind of stilted and like it's broken.
Yep.
But once you start playing with that, add a bit of octa to that, and you're just straight into Doyle Bramall territory in a big way. Yeah.
For that sound, I haven't heard a better one. That's as good as I've heard Mark 1.
It's hard to. I don't want to bring them to mind in a minute because the Creepy Fingers one was really flipping good, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's great.
If I'm remembering,
but that's
correctly.
up there. That's easily up there.
Cool. Some different fuzzes. They're all actually no. 8 of them are newish. 2 of them are old. And we hope you enjoyed these presentations. There is one thing left to do, Daniel.
What? Put them all on?
Yeah. So we'll say thank you for watching That Pedal Show. Please go to That Pedal Show store and buy stuff. Please subscribe. Just click the subscribe button. Come on. Click it.
You can click our bell. Click the bell. Oh, that was bad.
That was really bad.
Really
it's the end
bad.
of the day. And thank you to our preferred retailers. Details in the description below. Links to all of this stuff. I think it's your turn, Dan. I reckon we're going to get to about 3 fuzzes in and that's going to be it. Game over.